Hello to all of my beautiful snapping turtles. That is not usually how I do my intro. Usually I just say, hi, I'm Gabby Turner. But yeah, I don't know why the snapping turtle is coming to me today as a spirit animal, so I just thought I would pass that on for those of you who really resonate with spirit animal messages, medicine from our animal spirit guides, etc. So in any case, but we are doing a pick a card reading in this video, and the question at hand is, what are they thinking of you? So this is geared towards a romantic connection. Sometimes I do platonic readings, and or it can be open to anyone, platonic or romantic. And I had someone who was confused about that. They were upset. They were watching one of those videos and wanted it to be specifically romantic. If it's not romantic, all of my readings are romantic connection geared, unless it says in parentheses at the end, any person. And then I do have a playlist specifically for those, which is the platonic video playlist. And then I have a romantic connection video playlist. So you can look at those playlists and see that most of them are about romantic connections specifically. But if it says in parentheses after the title, on the not on the thumbnail image, but the written part of it, you know what I mean? If it says like, what are they thinking of you, any person, then that could be romantic or platonic. But here we're looking at someone who is a romantic connection. That means you have a romantic interest in this person. Anyway, what are they thinking of you, your romantic person of interest? Bring that person into your mind and then focus on these three options. I'll hold them up a little bit closer for you. And yeah, and then use your intuition to decide which reading or readings are calling out to you. The timestamps for each reading are listed in the description box with the name of this goddess on each of the oracle cards. So with that said, option number 1, it's going to be a little bit difficult for me to pronounce, but it is, I think, Chalchiuhtlicue. That's option number 1. Option number 2 is Aphrodite, and option number 3 is Laka. So just take your time here, tune in, and then use those timestamps below. And whenever you're ready, I'll see you at your reading. All right, option number 1, Chalchiuhtlicue. Chalchiuhtlicue. I think that's it. I don't know why. I don't purposely avoid picking this goddess card, but I don't know if she's ever come up. And I get a lot of goddesses in this deck that come up time and time again, because I use this deck a lot of times for the cover images for my readings. You'd think I was like purposely avoiding her because the name is hard to pronounce, but there are some other names that are hard to pronounce in this deck as well, and I don't think that's what it is. Anyway, this is a very beautiful goddess, and for whatever reason, she kind of keeps to herself or something. Maybe you also don't often show up in this person's life, and when you do show up in their life, they're like, well, where have you been? I wasn't trying to avoid you, or I wasn't trying not to think about you, but I know it's kind of like, where have you been? I would say that they view you as being someone who's very original, and like I'm going to look up this goddess because she has this rainbow, but why are the rainbow colors so different? I wonder if that's part of her imagery. And then it has a little fish at the bottom, on the bottom of her dress, and then it says fresh start. I don't normally get so much information just from the initial goddess card, but there's a lot going on here. I feel like they see you. I have my keys down in my bra and it's bothering me. I'm going to take them out. Sorry, I forgot that it was there. Yeah, it's like they feel like you are key to their life in some way. Like your presence in their life provides some sort of nourishment. They do feel like you're quirky, you're unique, but in such a beautiful way. Yeah, we've had the Six of Cups. I feel like, what is this person thinking about you? They kind of miss you. They have very sweet feelings towards you. The Six of Cups in general is about like sweetness and kindness. It's a sort of soulmate energy, sweet, nostalgic energy. I think you bring out a sort of gentle giant in this person. They might tend to be a little bit more fierce or like an assertive type of person. I feel also like when you do emerge in their life, you are a little bit like a rainbow in a sense. Like, we don't often see rainbows, but when we do, it feels so special. Like, when you make a re-emergence in this person's life, it feels very special to them. They feel a very heart-based connection to you. And it's almost like you are a sign or a symbol to this person of a fresh start. You know, bears hibernate. And I think when when you emerge or re-emerge into this person's life, they feel like they've been hibernating and now they've reawoken. Like, you wake this person up again. With your sweetness and your quirkiness. Also, the deck that I used, I can't remember what this deck is called. If you know what it is, let us know in the comments below. But it's sort of a surrealist, dreamlike deck. And I do feel like this person has been having dreams of you or has had significant dreams. So we'll look into that. Actually, I want to look at that first. What's going on in their dreams of you? We have the Devil card. Interesting. Glare on the image if I don't hold it at exactly the right angle. There we go. The Devil card. Which aspect of the Devil are we looking at here? Justice. Wow, Justice, and we have a snake on the Justice card. That's an interesting symbol. Normally the Justice card does not use a snake. It does often have these, what are these? The scales of justice or whatever. But a snake along with the Devil card. There's something here where it's, I think they are viewing you as someone who is very balanced. It's like you're an angel, that you balance out your own angelic side. There is a sort of, you do have, I don't know why I don't want to use the word, I guess devilish is a fine word to use. You have a little bit of a devilish side, but it's almost like more like you're a broken angel or a fallen angel. And here we have this card, you know, she has wings like an angel, but she looks like she has a head wound or something. Maybe that's just a bandana, but it's like, it's almost like you give into the non-angelic side of yourself. You're a very sweet person, right? But you do have a way of giving into your non-angelic side sometimes. This is the Four of Cups. Maybe when you're bored out of life, maybe when you're bored in life, you're more likely to kind of indulge in what's the best way of saying it, spirit guides? It's almost like you are ready to fuck shit up. If life gets too boring, you're ready to fuck shit up again. The Knight of Swords. Like, you're ready to get out here and be eccentric and go your own way. Oh my God, you get bored when life gets too content, almost. It's like you can't just let life be content. If life gets too peaceful, you gotta fuck shit up. You gotta create a disturbance. You gotta go against the grain. You gotta ruffle the feathers. You got to rock the boat. You are someone who rocks the boat and stirs up shit when it gets too calm. And because you reemerge in this person's life and sort of wake them up, you kind of have that effect on them as well. You're waking them up, you're rocking their boat. But they're having so the question was, what dream? I know that's not the overall question, but I could feel for you specifically, group 1, they are having dreams of you, or a dream significantly of you, I think recently. And it has something to do with you getting bored with things being too calm and like wanting to fuck shit up. Sorry for so many F-bombs, but yeah, I think they see, like, you know, if you let yourself get too attached to the worldly things, what the world tells us that we should be seeking, maybe this is how you manage your devil side, because for a lot of people, the devil side of us is our attachment to materialism, perhaps, or status, right? And it's like when you get too into that, like keeping up with the Joneses, being too focused on money, being too focused on what other people think of you, overindulgence, when you get too invested in those sort of devil type activities, it's like almost like it drains your life force. So there's something in their dream where, I don't know if you're talking about this in the dream or this is what the symbolism of the dream is letting them know, but like, it's like you have to cut your cords from that toxic, for you that's especially toxic, those things that I just mentioned. The worldliness, being too attached to what the world sets as, you know, because we have this castle on a hill. What the world decides is important. You have to cut ties with that. There's something about that that's coming up in this dream they're having of you. We're going to look more about their other thoughts of you too, but I'm just interested in, I feel like they've had a significant dream of you and it means a lot to them. I think that this dream was very touching to them because there's something in the dream that helped them to understand, for one thing, why the two of you are so strongly connected. They felt a very strong connection to you in this dream. It's interesting, in both of these cards that I've pulled out, we have a connection running between two people, a sort of ethereal. See the connection of her hair to the tree that this guy is standing right next to, and then here from her hair over to this person. They feel like they're an extension of you. Why is the hair so prominent in both of these cards? The hair has to do with, I mean, I associate it with Leo energy, what makes us special? There's something about your special qualities, what makes you stand out. You're special to this person, that's for sure, but they feel almost like they are an extension of your specialness. Like maybe they're an ornament in your life. Okay. They're like, group 1 is very special, and I am someone who has a special place in group 1's life. But I help them to make them special. I don't know how else to say that. Like, if you're, like, imagine a beautiful woman who's all dressed and adorned. She's got nice jewelry on. They're like, I'm some of the jewelry of group 1. Anyway, they feel special about their connection to you. They think that it is significant that they're having this dream of you, and that the dream itself is telling them, it's reaffirming to them that the two of you do have a really special connection that goes beyond the material realm, right? It's sort of ethereal or mystical or spiritual or whatever you want to call it. Also, you said, or something happened in the dream which helps them also to understand why the two of you have to go your own way in life sometimes, or like why you are maybe in real life, distant from them, right? Because walking away, there's distance, walking away. Maybe there was some discussion in the dream of the two of you having to like go your separate ways or something. But I think that the dream gave them peace of mind. But if you have had to go your separate ways, they feel at peace with that, because the dream confirms to them that even when there's distance in real life, there is a very spiritual, etheric type of connection regardless. This person is wondering if they also show up in your dream. They're wondering, because this dream was so potent to them. They're like, I wonder if group one had their own like version of this dream. Like, did I meet them in their dream realm as well? But anyway, this dream was very significant. It was very special, and it's giving them lots of good thoughts and feelings towards you right now. It's making them feel also like seen and understood by you. Okay, so what else other than the dream? You know, because that's on their mind right now, right? What else are they thinking about? We have the stars. We have the stars, and just as I was saying that, one of those little like wispy things, I can still see it. Those little wispy white things. You know what I'm talking about? I don't know what plant they come from. It's not a dandelion thing, but it's like a little thing. It flies through the air, and supposedly if you catch one, you can make a wish or something. Let me know in the comments if you know what that's called. But I just saw it fly by, and then I pulled the star card. There's something about wishes or wish fulfillment. They think that you are watering your wish fulfillment. Like you have big dreams, like some sort of dream, and you're believing in the possibilities of fulfilling a really significant, special wish, like to do something. And I just saw 1717 when I said that. And 17 is the number of the star card. Like, you're manifesting. They're thinking about you manifesting. And then we have the 5 of Wands. Like, they feel like you have so many different sides of you. I am getting like Leo Aquarius energy. So maybe you have both of those energies in your chart, or it could just be symbolic for the purposes of the reading. But it's like, you're so unique and special, but there are like also so many different sides of you, and it seems like those different sides of you almost conflict with each other. But you're just multifaceted, I would say. And like you have all these different dreams that don't seem like they make sense, but they do make sense. It's like you're not content with like going down one track. You're like a sun with lots of little rays that burst out from it. And those are your many dreams that you have to water and help to flourish, these different aspects of yourself, these dreams. So anyway, in short, they think that you're multifaceted and that you are manifesting this multifaceted, these multifaceted aspects of yourself. I feel like this person is very contemplative regarding you right now. The Hermit card, it's like they're learning from you. They're taking notes. Like, they're taking notes. Oh, look what group one is doing to help manifest their best life. I think they're noticing again, this card is coming back out, the 10 of Wands. They're noticing again that you seem to be coming out of a phase where perhaps you got too attached to the wrong things, but you're emerging, you're having a fresh start, which is the key phrase on the bottom of this card. And what else are they thinking here? I do feel like this person misses you. They miss you, but it is nourishing. It's like it re-waters them. Just thinking about you and having this dream that they had, it's like it refreshes them. It gives you a new understanding of, it gives them a new understanding of who you are as well. but they do miss you. They're reminded of you right now and how much they miss you, and kind of wish that the two of you could be more present with each other, more of a fixture in each other's lives. I do feel like they wish they could kind of express their feelings for you a little bit more, their sweet feelings, the emotional connection that they have with you, more than what they have done in the past, or more than they've been able to do so far. Anything else for group 1? Okay, I'm getting a no with all cards reversed. So that is the end of the message. That's what this person is thinking of you. That was very interesting. I hope that it was helpful to you. Thank you so much for watching. If you're interested in a personal reading, you can use the links below. And I'll see you later. Bye-bye. Group number 2, you chose Goddess Aphrodite. What's that song that says Aphrodite like that in it? Anyway, I can't think of the other lyrics, but it's a guy singing Aphrodite. Anyway, I think that might be significant, but I don't know the name of it, so that's probably not helpful. But I do feel like there's something here. What is this person thinking of you? I feel like they're wanting to give you gifts. I've been getting a lot of messages so far from the Goddess cards, which normally I don't do. But anyway, it's happening today, so I'm trusting my intuition. You see how these, I think these are doves. They're bringing her a pomegranate and some pearls. I feel that this person is thinking that they would love to be able to gift you something, to give you a gift, a material gift of some kind. Why are they thinking that? They see you as a passionate person. They see you as someone who's following your passions. I think they feel, I just saw 2222, I think they feel that they are probably more emotionally concerned with you right now than you are with them. They kind of feel like you might be focused on other things, attending to other things, really going out here in the spirit of conquest. That's how they're seeing you, and their energy is the King of Cups. They're like, I really feel my energy emotionally towards group 2 a lot right now, but I kind of have to like deal with that more inwardly because group 2 is focused on other things. They're focused on conquest. They may feel specifically you're focused on conquest in the form of money, like focusing on your work, saving up money, gaining more income, something like that. Just getting your life more in order on a material sense, trying to prove yourself. Anyway, they're doing a lot of self-reflection. I think they're thinking a lot about you and what you're doing with your life right now. Your life plan, how you're managing your life. And I guess this is why they'd want to gift you. Maybe they feel like you could use some material support. I don't think that they're like going to make any sudden moves necessarily to gift you, but they want to. Like they like, it's almost like a fantasy in their head. We have the Sun card and the Empress, like showing up with some real nice present or material gift or something, and just like making your day, making you smile, making you feel special. Definitely like as an expression of their love for you. But yeah, their energy is the Nine of Swords. I think that they feel like maybe doing that would be wrong, or it might give the wrong impression, or it might not be well received. Like in their fantasy of it, you know, they're like, oh man, I love this fantasy of like giving this big present to group 2, and they're just smiling and loving this gift so much. But in real life, this person is like not really sure what the implications of that would be. They're like, am I actually being selfish by wanting to do that? Am I trying to make myself too important in group 2's life? You know, they're like, group 2 is out here trying to do something good with their life and get their life in order, and do I want to come in and act like I'm the one who's, you know, like you couldn't have done it without me? You know, do you ever hear people say that, like, I helped to make you, type of a thing? It's like they recognize at some level that they do have a little bit of a selfish motive. Like if they were to gift you something, it is coming slightly from a selfish motive of, I want to feel like I'm the one who helped boost group 2. I want to feel like I'm the one who helped them to realize their dreams. And then they're like, I don't know if group 2 would even actually like that, or I don't even know if it's really the right thing to do, because I think they view you as someone who maybe would rather do it yourself, even if doing it yourself is not easy, or you're just used to doing things yourself. In any case, they're not really sure if gifting you is the right thing, or even if they're coming at it. I mean, I do think this person really loves and cares about you, but they're doubting themselves. They're like, am I coming from the right place and wanting to do this? They know that you're a very independent person with this Queen of Wands, and then this Two of Cups reversed is them like questioning their own motives. They're like, I know I care about group 2, but like, so anyway, let's move on. We've talked a lot about that. That is on their mind. But yeah, I mean, I do feel like this is a lot of what they're thinking right now is like, I wish I could help group 2. I wish I could be supportive of them, even if it's not gift giving. Maybe it's acts of service or just being nice and kind. They're like, man, I just really want to, like, I mean, this is really King of Pentacles reverse. It's really like, I would give the shirt off my back for group 2. But at the same time, they're like, I don't know that group 2 really needs that. They do see you as someone who's going to be able to, maybe they feel like for you, it's a point of pride in being able to like manage things on your own. That you want to be independent. You don't want to be managed. They definitely see you as someone who's not wanting to be a possession. And they're very aware that at some level they do kind of want to possess you. Oh yeah, we have the Devil reverse at the bottom of the deck. They're fighting this need. They're fighting against this desire. They're aware of the desire to possess you, to own you. They're like, I love group 2 more than that. I know that's not the right thing to do. Yeah, they've got the Devil on one shoulder and the Angel on another. They just want to love you in the purest way possible. Yeah. It's important to them. They're like, love. I just want group 2 to feel loved and supported and encouraged. Right? And I don't want to be someone who is like trying to own group 2, even though they want to. Why do they want to though? Like, tell us more about that. I mean, I think they want to because they feel that the two of you have something in common. We have the Page of Swords and the Knight of Swords. Both of you are, you know that song, Like the Wind? She's like the wind. Like both of you are a little bit hard to grasp, like coming in and out of people's lives, a little bit erratic, or like not staying in one place emotionally. What's a better way of saying this? You both kind of have heartbreaker energy because you both are kind of like people who don't really need other people per se. So if you bring people into your life, it's not necessarily because you need other people. It's more about interest or curiosity, but I mean, it's a sort of social butterfly type energy that they feel that the two of you have. But in any case, you know, a butterfly is hard to catch, right? Have you ever tried to catch butterflies? I know they make butterfly nets for that purpose. I don't know if I've ever necessarily tried to do it, but it seems like it would not be easy, right? So they feel that both of you have a little bit of that quality, but it sort of intrigues them about you. I think the reason they want to capture your attention and, you know, possess you in a sense is because it's hard to do. And I think it's like it stems from their own desire to understand themselves, right? Because they also have that free-willing social butterfly, not staying around in two places, flitting from one place to another type of energy also. I don't think they're conscious of the fact that what they're really looking for is to understand themselves, right? I want to capture group 2 who's uncapturable because I'm also uncapturable and I don't even understand that quality in myself. I don't think that that's what it is exactly on a conscious level, but unconsciously that is what's motivating. They are aware of their desire to kind of own and possess you, though. I just don't think that they're aware of the underlying psychological reasons why. But they do feel like it's not the right thing to do, that you deserve to have your independence and your freedom. I don't know, this person is also thinking that there's always going to be some sort of bridge between the two of you, or like gap between the two of you that is sort of bridged, but it also can't quite be bridged in a sense. It's like they always feel that there's going to be something that holds the two of, that comes between the two of you. There's always going to be something coming between me and group 2, they're thinking. I feel in particular with the Magician reversed, it's like, because both of you are social butterfly energy, but they're like, I don't have enough time to spend with group 2. I want to talk to them more. I want to interact with them more. I want us to be more actively part of each other's lives. But I can't seem to manifest that. There's something blocking us from being more present in each other's lives. They have, I think they've prayed about it, or they've sought some sort of energetic power with the Death card. You know, depending on who this person is, it could be prayer, it could just be conscious intention, like they want to merge their life with yours more. They want the two of you to be more present in each other's lives. It could just be sending out those vibrations or that desire or some sort of conscious, purposeful manifestation. You know, different people do this different ways, right? Some people are not really thinking about it in those terms of like manifesting or doing energy work to change their lives. And some people are. They're like, I'm praying, or I'm listening to subliminals, or you know what I mean? Like, or I'm doing spell work, you know, like, but I feel like they're doing something like that. Again, it could be prayer. It could be any of these other things. It could just be like they have that desire and they're sending that intention, you know, out into the world without even realizing it, perhaps. But somewhere in that vicinity, they're doing it. They're wanting to materialize a stronger connection and a stronger bond between the two of you. They would be willing to go to great lengths to make this happen. I was even hearing in my head they would be willing to sell their soul to make this happen. I mean, I hope that they wouldn't do that, but it's like they want it so much. Yeah, again, in the background on the card, we have the image of the 2 towers with the sun in between. It's like they feel that the two of you are like these 2 towers, and there's just something that keeps the two of you apart. And they don't want that. They don't want to be kept apart from you, but they feel like there's something that almost it can't be overcome. Yeah. But I mean, I will say, like, this is the final note of this reading, but you're very special and important. You take up a lot of space in this person's mind and in their heart. They find courage and conviction in their connection with you. And it's like they can't rest at night, I think, unless they spend some time thinking about you before they go to sleep. Right? Can't rest at night unless they engage in these emotions and kind of get this emotional energy that they have towards you out of their system a little bit. Wow. Yeah, you are very impactful in this person's life. I think that it's almost like anything they're thinking about or going through in life, they think about you and you factor into it somehow to them. Like, what would group 2 think about this? What would group 2 do in this situation? I thought we were at the end of the reading, but there's just more. Any advice or final thoughts for group 2 that haven't been covered? Wow. The 6 of Cups. This person is so, again, they want to give something to you. And it really does, I mean, despite the fact that they're questioning themselves, it really does come from a place of love. Like, and the fact that they are so concerned that it might be coming from a more controlling or negative place. I mean, primarily they just want to make you happy, but they're like so afraid of doing it in the wrong way. And kind of hyper aware of their own like human qualities. You know, I don't even think this person is selfish or like wanting to control you or own you necessarily. Not in a toxic way. It's just they want you to be more of a permanent fixture in their life. But I think this person like is a little bit tough on themselves. Like they'll take something like that and worry too much that they're doing this in a toxic way, when really it's like they're just being a normal human who wants like a strong, secure bond with someone, who has a, you know, like a regular presence in their life. That's not toxic. I don't think it is. But anyways, I hope this is helpful, group 2. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye. All right, group 3, you chose Goddess Laka. Welcome to your reading. Isn't she cute? I love the colors on this. It's making me think of the 90s. I don't know these color combinations, but anyway, very pretty. And it says love. I've been getting messages, a lot of different types of messages, but more messages than normal from the Goddess cards. Normally, I don't really think of the Goddess cards as anything other than just helping you to choose visually, like how to connect with your intuition to know which reading is yours. But I just get this overflowing love from this person. I went to use the bathroom and there was this pipe coming out from the sidewalk and it just gushed water, and anyways, and then I came back and it says love on the bottom of this Goddess card. Also the color pink and green actually are heart chakra energy. I mean, green is actually more commonly connected to the heart chakra, but the color pink is also very connected to, I think it's the higher heart chakra actually that's pink in color. It's close to the heart chakra. In any case, I think that you may not realize how much this person's heart just gushes with love for you. Like maybe you're even thinking sometimes that they don't love you. But I think they have a similar vibe here towards you. Like they're not understanding how much you love them either. Let's see what else here. What is this person thinking about? I feel like they have very strong and definite opinions of you, very strong, definite ideas of who you are, and also like what you should be doing in your life. This is interesting. We have 2 kings, paired with 2 cards of the same suit that are reversed. This is a King of Swords paired with the Knight of Swords reversed. Like, there's no question. This person isn't still trying to formulate an opinion of you and your life and what you should be doing. It's almost coming through as fatherly energy. And this is supposed to be for a romantic connection, but, you know, sometimes people take that approach to their romantic partnerships as well, right? They try to parent the other person a little bit. There could be a little bit of this here going on, but it's like they have this parental idea of how you should be living your life. And then we have the King of Wands paired with the 10 of Wands reversed. Specifically, I feel like what they think they know and how they want to lead you is towards making choices that ease some of your burdens in life. They're like, group 3 is too erratic. Their life is too erratic. Their life is a bit unhinged. And they're taking on unnecessary burdens. But they're like, I see a pathway for group 3. I may have said group 2. I could just get confused because, anyways. But group 3. Group 3, they're like, I see a better path for how they could live their life more productive, more successful, and without having to be so burdened. They're like, I see what's best for group 3. This is the first thing that's coming through from their mindset. You may or may not agree with them, but anyway, this is what they're thinking. They're like, I can see the way forward. Okay. Is there something more to say about that? Them seeing the way forward? No. I mean, I will just say, like, as a final note to that part of what they're thinking, they're like, it's a lost cause. There's no point in me trying to tell group 3 what the best way is, because they're ultimately just going to do their own thing anyway. And also, they feel like you might disagree with them anyway about that you're taking on too many unnecessary burdens, you know? Because they feel like group 3 is, like, content with the way that they're doing things. Why fix what's broken? They want to keep doing it their way. So they're like, why should I even, like, bother to bring it up or harp on it? Okay, what else is this person thinking about my group 3? I think they feel almost like it's mutual as well, that you also almost want, like, both of you are trying to lead each other, and neither of you thinks that the other person is needed to do that, right? It's like, not the blind leading the blind, but the person who thinks they should be the leader leading the other person who thinks that they should be leading the other one. Anyway, you get what I'm saying. Like, they're like, group 3 thinks they know what's best for my life too. But I think at some level, like I said, you know, maybe both of you are not sure sometimes if each other loves you to the degree that which you do. They are aware that the reason both of you are invested or care about what the other person is doing and wants to be able to, like, lead each other to a better way of life does come from love. They're like, I know that group 3 loves me, and that's why they have opinions about what I should be doing with my life. But so I think in the end with all this, they're like, probably group 3 and myself should just take a back seat, not be a backseat driver to each other's lives, but take an actual back seat, literally, and not literally, maybe they do want to ride in your back seat. But they're like, I should let group 3 drive their own life, lead their own life. Group 3 needs to let me do the same. But we can stand back and sort of observe and appreciate. I saw 4444 on the timestamp when I was saying that. So they're like, maybe what we should do is just appreciate each other's life choices more. Try to understand the sort of inherent wisdom in the choices that each other are making, despite our best attempts at, you know, thinking that we are the ones who know best. Let's just let's just stand back and watch the genius at work. They do kind of feel like both of you have some sort of genius in the madness. Like, it seems like we're doing everything wrong, and yet somehow life all falls together regardless. I'm getting something here about 9 lives. See, there's these 9 wands, but for some reason they look like cattails to me. And then her head is wounded. I feel like they're viewing, is it again both of you or just you? They're viewing you as having sort of like 9 lives. So that's something else. What does that mean? 9 lives. You're always turning a corner in life. There's a Miranda Lambert song called Bluebird. It's like, I'm a turner, turning pages all the time. Anyway, it's about, like, you know, I go through these phases of, you know, turning a corner, like doing something different than what I've done before. If I come to a detour, I just take a different direction. They feel this is somehow connected with the idea of you having 9 lives. You've lived many lives within one lifetime. Like, you go through different eras or something in your life, and you like cut off ties with your past and leave it all behind and start a new journey. But it's like such a different journey each time that you go in these different eras that it's almost like you're leading a new life. Anyway, this is something that this person definitely thinks about a lot about you. They contemplate it. Almost like someone would contemplate the words of wisdom from the poet Rumi, or, you know, like, or from some spiritual text or something. They contemplate your life almost like your life is wisdom in action that they're trying to learn from. Wisdom in action that they're trying to learn from. They see that you are like a wisdom seeker of some kind. Like, you're a wanderer in some sense, always discovering new aspects of life, always discovering new aspects of yourself, never being content that you've found the answer to either. Never settling that you've fully understood yourself. Never settling that you fully understand the meaning of life itself or the meaning of your own life. You're a wanderer. You're a vagabond. Always discovering more. It's very much like a lotus. You know, like a lotus revealing itself, opening up layers of petals. This person is like, there's always another piece to the pie of group 3. And they love that about you. They love the fact that not only are you always discovering new aspects of yourself, but they're always discovering new aspects of you as well. It's like if you had a favorite movie series or a TV series, and there's always a new, like, what's the word for movies? Sequel, or there's a new season coming out, you know? Like, the seasons of you, they love the fact that there's always, like, new content within you, group 3, to discover. Again, they do feel that you are very smart, or like you're brilliant. Brilliant. Yeah. You're so brilliant. I'm going to say it in that British way. In my American hillbilly understanding of the way that Brits use the word brilliant. It means more than just smart, but it's like, it can be used in a lot of, I guess it means kind of like amazing, wonderful, the best. I don't know. Let me know if I'm wrong here, but like they think you're brilliant. You're just brilliant. Yeah, they do feel like you're someone who has like important insights, aha moments, perspectives. You grace the world with your beautiful insights, and you're like so on the target sometimes with the way that you express something, or the insight you have is so sharp. Like you're just on the nose. It's almost like they want to toast you. They're so like, oh man, you just said the exact effing thing that I needed to hear at the right moment, at the right time. Like, I feel like this person feels lost sometimes without you. Like if they haven't had that, you know, like moment with you for a while where you're like dropping that wisdom on them, they start to feel a little bit lost. Okay, what else is group 3's person thinking about them right now? I think they feel like they want to make a sudden appearance or a sudden disruption in your life, they want to ruffle your feathers somehow. They want to come in, they want to burst through the door like Kramer on Seinfeld. They want to burst through the door. But I think that there's a part of them that's like not allowing themselves to be impulsive like that, but they do kind of want to be impulsive. Just burst onto the scene in your life. They do feel like they will eventually. So this is, for those of you who see this person regularly, maybe this isn't as relevant, but if it's someone that you haven't seen in a while, they're just biding their time on like bursting into your life. Yeah, they want to hop back in. See this cat hopping in and like take you out of your, they want to take you by surprise when they hop back into your life. Okay, anything else that this person is thinking here? I feel like they want to be one of your eras. You know, we talked about you having different eras in your life and being like a cat with 9 lives. Like, I want to be one of those lives. I want to be in your era where it's like about us. It's about the two of us, almost like this Bonnie and Clyde, let's take on the world together type of energy. Or Thelma and Louise, I don't know. Like, they're like, man, we did say before about in the back seat. They might want to literally go on a ride with you, or like a long trip or something. An actual journey with you. They want to have some sort of significant road trip. Okay. Is there anything else for group 3? Yes, so I flipped this over and the first thing I saw was Bluebird. So again, if you haven't listened to it before, Miranda Lambert's song Bluebird, listen to that. There's something in that song, the meaning of it, which is almost like their gift to you. They want you to understand the meaning of this song, because this has something to do with how they love you, how they understand you. And maybe something here with this 5 of Swords reverse, like they feel like the two of you don't always agree with each other. Sometimes there are disagreements. What does this song Bluebird have to do with the disagreements? I guess it's like their way of trusting that in the end, you always do seem to know what's best for yourself. So going back to that message we had at the beginning about them thinking that they know best for you. The song Bluebird, if you listen to that, it's how they feel this sort of enthusiasm for in those moments when they realize that you really do know best for yourself. That appreciation they have for your ability to figure out what's best for you and then to put it into action as well, which may involve you taking unique changes in life, or like switching things up in your life in unique ways, taking different turns in life, being a turner. Is there anything else for group 3? No. I do feel, I mean, I will just say as a final note, this person really is biding their time for when they're going to make a reappearance in your life. So for those of you who, again, if you see this person regularly already, then that part of the message, I guess, is not for you. Although even if you see them regularly, they are probably, like, I would say it's just that they're looking forward to seeing you again. Like you're kind of always on their mind and they're looking forward to seeing you again. But in any case, I hope that was helpful. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.